Hello everyone, this is Heorot and Carver. Welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest VI, Realms of Revelation, for the DS. Previously, we ventured south to the Lucid Grotto. We defeated the Blood Creeper, and obtained the Dream Dew. Hopefully, Madame Luca can use this to make us visible. Huzzah! Finally got our hands on that Dream Dew stuff. Not that it's doing anything for us yet. Think we sprinkled it on our feet or something. I suppose we'd better go and ask that old Luca lady. Yep. Sounds like a plan, Carver. Hello, Gum Shields. And bye-bye. And back at Madame Luca's once again. Huh? Hey, the old hag's standing out in front. She must have got bored with no one to boss around. Welcome back. Of course, Madame Luca knew that you were coming, and that you acquired the Dream Dew. Madame Luca never had any doubts. Truly it was written in the dreamscape, yes? And Millie, I am also very proud of you. You all must be very tired, Let us be retiring for the night. Sounds good to me, Madame Luca. Let us begin. Now, on its own, the Dream Dew is nothing more than a refreshing sprinkle. To serve our purpose, it must be enchanted with its spell. Then all Madame Luca must do is splash some dew over you, and the inhabitants of this world will see you at last. Wait a sec, lady. Before you do the dew thing, mind explaining what this world is exactly? Aha! Such a thoughtful question for such a brawny man. This world is, shall we say, different from the one you call home. You are not native to this world, and those who are not native can walk the land unseen. Madame Luca must confess she did not think it possible for someone from your world to end up here. But what happened, happened. We cannot change what was meant to be. Now let Madame Luca do what only a dream seer can do. You will be handing over the Dream Dew now, yes? Absolutely. Heorot gives the Dream Dew to Madame Luca. Mutter, mutter, yes, yes. Madame Luca starts to quietly cast a spell. And done. Oh my, visibility looks good on you. Madame Luca thinks you'd better not discard that Dream Dew. That way, you'll be able to assist anyone you bump into who's in the same pickle as you. If such a person existed, of course, you'd be the only ones able to see them, yes? Isn't that right, Millie? Yes, in truth, I was once just like you. No one in this world could see me. and just like you, I was saved by Madame Luca. Now everyone can see me as well. Aye, so that's why we were visible to you. But what about you, lady? What's your story? Ah, you're just full of questions today, yes? Madame Luca would be a lousy dream-seer if she couldn't see what cannot be seen. Seeing is believing, yes? And there are no dreams a dream-seer can't see, you see? So, now this world's workings are a little more clear to you, yes? Or perhaps the truth hurts your heads too much, especially yours, Muscle Man. Regardless, your next step is to take the ferry from Port Haven to Somnia and meet the king. Act now and ask questions later, yes? Madame Luca, I've decided to go with them on their journey. Of course. Madame Luca will not be standing in your way, child. Besides, Madame Luca has done everything in her considerable power. She can give no more. Heorot, Carver, thank you for allowing me to accompany you. Well, not that you asked permission, but Millie has joined the party. Please be looking after Madame Luca's little Millie. And remember, if trouble finds you, come and find Madame Luca. The Dream Seer's door never closes. Anytime you wish to have your fortune told, it shall be done. You know, we didn't get much of a say in any of this. But we've got a new friend, and our bodies are nice and solid again, so I shouldn't complain. Thanks for having me, you two. I look forward to traveling together. We do too, Millie. She joins at level 5, the mysterious girl. She comes with heal and squelch, as well as buff. Let's see if we have anything better for her. She can take the Lucida Shard, for better style. The Silver Tiara. Let's peek into the crystal and read the dreams. These are your next steps. First, you must head to Port Haven and take the ferry to Somnia. There you shall meet the king. Doing so will bring you a step closer to finding Ra's mirror. So, what's next? Shall we board the ferry from Port Haven? If there really is a Somnia in this world, you don't have to tell me to check it out. I can't wait to see it. Thanks for having me, you two. I look forward to traveling together. So do we, Millie. Ah, this really hits the spot. Nice and cool. Oh, don't go telling anyone that I'm here, all right? Can you keep a secret? If you keep your trap shut, I'll give you a bit of right juicy gossip. I heard there's an amazing treasure resting on a place called Moon Mirror Tower on the continent to the west of here. If I were you, I'd check it out. Moon Mirror Tower, eh? Any place with mirror in the name has to be a step in the right direction, aye? Aye, indeed. The only way to cross over to that western continent is to take a ferry from Port Haven. Is it me, or does everything look different now that folks can see us again? Now that you're visible, you should be able to get all sorts of useful information from the people in town. That is my plan right now, Millie. And a couple of goblin pixies appear. Goodbye, goblin pixies. Anyway, back to Port Haven with us. Weird. This seems like a totally different town now. We need to head for the docks if we're to get to the ferry to Somnia. You remember where they are, don't you? That's where we first met. You travelers, you have a mysterious air about you. I can't quite place it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. Please don't mind me. Hardy-har, what a flirt. That girl practically threw herself at me. Sure she did, Carver, sure she did. You look like you're on the ball, so you must know about Murdaw, the dread fiend who wants to take over the world. We have heard of the fella. He even destroyed Alltrades Abbey. Where will all the world's priests and warriors meet now, eh? If that abbey were still standing, we could have been training new soldiers to use in the fight against Murdaw, but I now fear it's too late. Murdaw must have really felt threatened by the existence of Alltrades Abbey. Alltrades Abbey is just a whole lot of hole right now. That's a good thing for Murdaw. We're already tough, but access to Alltrades would have made us invincible. I welcome ye to Port Haven. Well, thank you, sir. Port Haven. I can't help but feel a bit nostalgic here. I wonder if it's the smell of the sea. Now that you mention it, I feel the same way. Maybe it's all in my head. Well, we've no time to dwell on that. Let's push on. Hardy-har, I'll never take being visible for granted again. The mayor's looking for a new maid, but I don't think he'll have any takers. Everyone heard what happened to Ella. Locking up the help ain't gonna win you Mayor of the Millennium, is it? No, I would say not. Ah, Ella, whatever ended up becoming of her anyway? We'll have to see. Huh? Have we met somewhere before? No, I suppose not. Sorry, it's probably my famously overactive imagination. It just doesn't feel like the first time I've spoken to you. So some folks sensed us while we were invisible. Just shows that nothing can hide an aura as mighty as mine. The mayor and his dog. Arf, arf, arf. Hello, Barky. Mr. Barkington looks much better now. That's a load off. Hear about the maid job, are you? What? Ella, you won't find that cold-hearted witch haunting this town any longer. Just the thought of what she did to my dear Mr. Barkington makes me all queasy. When she harmed Mr. Barkington, she harmed me too. Why are you looking at me like that? Do you have something to say? I'm a very busy man, you know. Yes, we have something to say, sir. What? Are you trying to tell me that Ella is not the culprit? Absolutely. How could you possibly know that? Did you witness the fiendish deed yourself? Yes, we did. What? Ivy the innkeeper's child? Well, there's no doubt that Ivy is smitten with my son, which would give her a motive. Well, even if what you say is true, I fear you have spoken too late. By sheer coincidence, there was a traveling merchant in town who was looking for an, assistant. Don't tell me. I sent Ella off with him in a fit of pique. I couldn't stand the thought of a dog-hating maid being anywhere within a league of me. I've heard that the traveling merchant trade is exceedingly dangerous. There's no telling what fate has in store for her. If what you say is true, then that girl has suffered a grave injustice at my hands. Oh my, I do hope Ella is okay. I hope so too. It's too late to apologize now. Is there something I can do for you? What? You're saying Ella didn't fiddle with Mr. Barkington's dinner? Absolutely. I knew it. Such a pure-hearted girl would never commit such an act. She wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone a dog. Why did I ever allow Papa to put doubt in my mind? I should have done something to help her. You have my eternal gratitude, whoever you are. Now there's no time to waste. I must get after her. Do excuse me. Wait, if you knew Ella was innocent, why didn't you speak up? It's a long story. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hardly in a position to criticize you. I was equally complacent myself. I do apologize. I'd better go, but I must thank you again. You have given me a new lease of life. All right, Johan. Safe travels. Hang in there, Johan. I hope the two of them can be reunited. Johan to the rescue. Well, I'm sure you wouldn't concoct such a story for a common maid's sake, but it would have been nice if you'd told me earlier. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do now after the fact. He really knows how to rub it in, If only we had some way of warning them back then. If only. What's up, jailbird? The cutie in the next cell's been packed off with some dodgy merchant. She'll be miles away by now. I don't know what that girl did, but I bet that cold-hearted mayor overreacted. Remind me never to work for him, the pompous oaf. Crikey, This is like one of those tragedies you see on stage and everything like that. On stage or in a soap opera. Oh, ahoy! What can I do for you? My husband's a bit... Carver? You've come back! Thank the goddess! Dear, come here! It's Carver! Wake up, dear. Carver's come back. My boy's come home. Zzz, zzz. We better make a break for it, Heorot. This lady's bonkers. Interesting. So these people have a child named Carver as well? He must look a lot like our Carver if she's having trouble telling them apart. Oh, for goddess's sake! Carver's back for the first time in ages, and you're dead to the world and dribbling like a baby. Carver, come and wake him up. Your dad'll be so happy to see ya. Whoa, easy there. I'm sorry, lady, but you must be thinking of a different Carver. Oh, Carver, stop fooling around. You think a mother wouldn't know her own flesh and blood and everything like that? Look, I don't know this house. I've never lived in any house. We martial artists are so intense, we live in tents. We better make a break for it, Heorot. This lady's bonkers. So not only do I share a name with this other Carver fella, I must look like him too. Great. Oh, Carver, my boy, what's happened to you? He's dead to the world. We'll be back later. That old man's been a shadow of his former self since Ella went away. It's a right tragedy. He spends his days staring out at sea. I'm just hoping he doesn't go completely loopy. I'm pretty worried about him too, you know. The poor man. I hope Ella can return to him safely one day. Na 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 na, catch me if you can. Arg, give it back. That's my ruin. I don't want to alarm the local civvies, but I heard that Murdaw's power is increasing daily. The King of Somnia tried to stop him, but look what happened there. Oh, forget I said that. Long live the king! What a tease. I wish someone would tell us the full story. Meow. Here, kitty kitty. Oh, great. This is just my luck. I knew the old mayor would lose his rag, but I didn't think he'd run the girl out of town. I never meant for things to go this far. Huh? Oh, customers, welcome. Don't pay any attention to my blabbering. Why, that little two-faced... So, that's Ivy. At least she seems to be showing some signs of regret. Yes, the little witch with a bee. I used to be a dancer over in Somnia Castle, but I quit 'cause it got so boring and came over here. The place was a right shambles. The king and the queen have been asleep for ages, and no one knows where the prince has got to. Queen? Prince? Dancing in front of no one was getting weird. Oh, but don't breathe a word of this to anyone, all right? King Somnus asleep for ages? That doesn't sound like him. Something strange is brewing in Somnia. Yes, the king that we knew hadn't slept for ages. You're not from around here, are you? My mum told me that there's monsters outside of town. Is that true? I'm afraid so, sir. Of course it is. My mum knows everything. Well, good for her. Hey, where's the party? Not here, that's for sure. I've never seen it so dead. Back when Alltrades Abbey was standing, this place was rammed every night, wall to wall with all sorts. I don't rightly know why, but there's been a lot more people buying weapons recently. I suppose that's the way the world's going. Weapons take skill to use safely. We better put Murdaw down before folks hurt themselves. Hey, have you ever told a lie? No, kid. Wow, wait, how do I know you're not lying right now? And if so? Oh no! You know, if you tell lies or try to hide anything at all, Ra's mirror will see straight through you. My grandma told me. Hee hee, I've told the odd fib or two, I suppose. What's to become of me, I wonder? Hang on, Heorot. You didn't just lie to that kid, did you? I'll never tell. Apparently, Ra's mirror was made by the great goddess herself, many an age ago. They say it exists somewhere in this world, but its exact location is a mystery. The goddess herself made Ra's mirror. I have to say, it's quite a romantic tale. I don't need a history lesson on that bloomin' mirror. I need a geography lesson. Where is it? That is a good question, Carver. Hello, customers, are ya? In that case, nip round to the counter for me, would ya? Oh, how embarrassing. I really do know how this works, you know? Honest. Let's get out of here, Heorot. We're getting in the way of his work. Welcome to the weapon shop. What can I do for you? Let's see what you have. Nothing we really need, I see. Except maybe a Thorn Whip. For Millie. A Chain Sickle. For you, Heorot. And that should do it. No more need for the copper sword. So we'll drop that in the bag. And here's the armor shop. A leather dress for Millie. Here you are, Millie. I think that's all for now, sir. Oh, I had this hardwood headwear. You can have it, Carver. Alrighty. A brisk morning walk round the pier keeps me hale and hearty, me hearties. Meow. What a lively kitty. Ah, phew, ah, phew. Ella, come give your old granddad a hug. Zzz, eh? Oh, must have been dreaming again. I didn't see you there. Travelers, are you? I've got to apologize. Ever since my granddaughter left this town, I have lost my lust for life. If you ever bump into Ella on your travels, give her a message from me, will you? Tell her not to worry about her old granddad. Tell her to concentrate on finding her own happiness. Seems like Ella's grandfather really loved the poor girl. Oh, wow. I wish this guy was my granddad. I ain't seen your faces round here before. Travelers, are you? What? You're looking for Rosmirror on the orders of the King of Somnia? What the heck? But it's been an age and a day since the king. Oh, crikey. I said a bit too much there. Anyway, bon voyage, yeah? Said too much? He didn't say enough. What's the matter with the king? I've never been to Somnia myself, but all this talk has me more than a bit intrigued. If things go keel up over in Somnia, what's to become of our ferry business? I'd be out of work, another proud sailor thrown under the boat. You lot are going to Somnia, now of all times. Absolutely. That ain't such a bright idea. They be shark-infested waters, if you see what I mean. You don't need to be a dream seer to realize that something significant is going on in Somnia. Why does everyone get so negative whenever the subject of Somnia comes up? We'd better get a move on with this cargo. The ship will be setting sail soon. Yep, as soon as we get in there. But there are some other things I'd like to do first. For instance, checking out the casino here in Port Haven. We'll get to that in the next episode. This is Heorot and Carver. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.